Hello and welcome to part 8 of this mix of my song Miles Apart, collaboration with Stuart from Stubert Studio in UK. So on the last video we left off starting to mix the vocals. I listened to it afterwards and I believe that I've got a word that is off key. So I think that
You simply appeared out of nowhere without seeing it, and the last thing you know.
the last, I think there's a off pitch word. So let's initialize Melodyne. It's a great tool to fix issues.
You simply appeared out of nowhere without seeing it, and the last thing you know.
Okay, you see that word here? According to Melodyne, it's not in the key. It shouldn't be grayed out like this. It should be white. So let's put the note where I think it belongs. And let's see if it solves the issue.
Out of nowhere without seeing it, and the last thing you know.
Sounds weird, eh?
Out of nowhere without seeing it, and the last thing you know.
Definitely not there.
Where without seeing it, and the last thing you know, it's me. Where without seeing it, and the last thing you know.
Could it be?
Where without seeing it, and the last thing you know.
Yeah, that's it. That ast was a little bit too high. Now it sounds perfect.
Without seeing it, and the last thing you know, it's me.
All right, that's the only thing that I flagged. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that plugin off and I'm going to bounce in place. Normally I would create a new track, but for this purpose, I'll just ask Logic to replace it with the corrected one. All right, so we should be good to go. I can remove Melodyne from here.
Out of nowhere without seeing it, and the last thing you know, it's me.
Yep.
Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game.
Okay, let's listen to the harmonies in chorus number 2, because I've got, in chorus number 1, I only have one harmony, and in chorus number 2, I've got a total of 3 harmonies in stereo, so it's actually 3 times 2, the amount of tracks.
So true. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game.
Okay, I'm tempted. What do I have on buses here? I did do a bus earlier for background vocals that makes them wide. I'm using the Itsville reverb chamber, and I just pulled up the wide and short background vocal, which sounds amazing, and we're going to introduce it to the mix and see what it does for us.
So true. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game. So true. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Miles apart, we are so alike. Miles apart, our purpose the same.
All right. I think it gives it a bit of dimension. My one thing that I want to do is I want to introduce a parallel compressor just to bring out the clarity of it.
Miles apart, we are so alike.
You can hear the bleed of the headphones. So let's see if this move we just did actually works.
So true. Miles apart, we are so alike.
Oh yeah, that's much better.
We just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game.
I'm tempted to do the same thing here. 18 and 16 with the who's. So if we go to the who's section, okay, we're going to remove.
Miles apart. Miles apart.
Something is bugging me. I'm going to do this on spectral. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. Like this, and let's put it smoother. Let's see in the mix how it fits. Let's introduce the harmonies.
Miles apart, miles apart, miles apart. We are so alike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game.
Yeah, that sounds decent. There's one plugin that I like to use from Isotope on vocals. It's what they call the stabilizer. Stabilizer. In French, le stabilisateur. Anyways, even in French, I'm not saying it right. So what it does, it actually corrects the frequencies. Now I'm on the lead vocal. So let's see what it does to the lead vocal if it helps us get rid of.
Some say there's someone in this world who looks or acts like you in a way that your fingers curl. Simply, how can this be true? Suddenly, without knowing it, you simply appeared out of nowhere without seeing it. Then the last thing you know, it's been a year. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game.
Yeah, I think it's helping. One thing that you can also do is just a cut. So let's say you want your vocals to have different cuts. It actually analyzes the frequencies that are bad and they are pulling it down, which is a very useful tool. I'm tempted to also use them on the harmonies, but on the harmonies, I want to do a cut or maybe a shape. Let's see what it does.
Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game.
I feel that chorus one in the first, chorus one is a little bit too loud. The harmonies are a little bit too loud. I think I already have a gain. I'm going to gain stage from here to here. And I'm just going to pull it down just a little bit. I feel it's a little bit too.
Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game. Miles apart, we are so alike.
Yep. In chorus number 2, I think we're good because music is louder.
So true. Miles apart, we are so alike.
Yeah, I like what's going on there. All right, so we did this, and I think that this actually helps. I'm gonna also put it in the ooze. Let's see what it does to the ooze.
Miles apart.
I might go a little bit stronger. Okay. Could it be that the ire, those two, are too loud? Okay, let's listen to it in the context. I'm going to mute the harmonies.
Miles apart. Miles apart.
I like what I'm hearing. So let's have a listen to just before the chorus one to see if the harmonies and the ooze when we get to the down section, if they feel right.
Last thing you know, it's been a year. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game. Now that we know each other, feels like you are my brother. What a feeling that I found you. Now I know in my heart that it's so true. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game.
We want to skip it.
Miles apart. Miles apart. Miles apart, we are so alike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our
Okay, I think we're good for now. What I like to do when this is done, I will create a stack that I'll be calling vocal bus. And the only thing that I'm putting on this is a compressor. I like to use the Capital Mastering compressor. So let's go to the down section where all the voices are being heard.
Miles apart.
we see the needle is not even moving.
Miles apart. 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 Miles apart.
All right, let's see, listening from verse number 1, if that compressor is actually doing something good for us. With the saturation on, it gave the vocals a little bit more clarity, but you have to be careful because it's actually distorting the signal. And when you distort the higher portion of the spectrum, sometimes it creates harshness, and you don't want that. So let's make sure that we're not there. So let's have a listen to the vocals until the end of the song to really feel if that compressor is really doing its job.
Some say there's someone in this world who looks or acts like you in a way that your fingers curl. Simply, how can this be true? Suddenly, without knowing it, you simply appeared out of nowhere without seeing it. And the last thing you know, it's been a year. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game. Now that we know each other, feels like you are my brother. What a feeling that I found you. Now I know in my heart that it's so true. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game.
I'm going to stop there. I think we're still not at the right position gain staging wise. I think we're a little bit
So true. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game. So true. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't
All right. I love what this compressor is actually doing, gluing everything together. Um, I'm tempted to see if we add some tape saturation to the vocals to see what it does. But instead of using the one that I've used for most of this mix, which is the Oxide tape recorder, I'm going to use the Studer from UAD. Let's put it at, I'm going to turn the distortion down. I'll put it at 900. And I don't think we need to play with the input and the output. We just want to give it that tape saturation, that tape color if you want.
Some say there's someone in this world looks or acts like you in a way that your fingers curl. Simply, how can this be true? Suddenly, without knowing it, you simply appeared out of nowhere without seeing it. And the last thing you know, it's been a year. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game.
I think it helps. What do you think?
Now that we know each other, feels like you are my brother. What a feeling that I found you. Now I know in my heart that it's so true. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our game.
All right. I like what I'm hearing. So one other thing that I wanted to do. I think it might help. So I did put some I and saturation on a snare drum. I think it really helps.
Some say there's someone in this world looks for.
Okay, let's introduce the snare drum. Not saturation, but parallel compression. Just to see if we can, at the end when it's very busy, I want to make sure that that snare drum is heard. And sometimes putting a parallel compressor actually changes the tone of the snare, but at the same time, it brings that snare on top. So let's see if that compressor will actually do that for us.
Miles apart, we are so alike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think that this parallel compressor is really helping that snare drum to be on top.
Some say there's someone in this world looks or acts like you
it brings the warmth out of that snare drum. I really like it. I'm also going to introduce that parallel compressor to the bass drum, the bass drum bus, which includes the out and the in. And just to make sure that we've got that nice bass drum kicking in and the bass can follow it, and really to give it that it shines.
Miles apart, we are so alike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Nothing is
So at the end result, when you did the mix and the plugins are in place, now what you're doing is fine tuning the mix. You want to make sure that it sounds beautiful everywhere. And I'm tempted to also put the parallel compressor on the kick in. You know, that snappy beater going on the skin. Maybe we want to hear that more, because if we solo the bass drum, it's very present. In the mix of the kit, it's a little bit less present. I just want to see if we can, with the band, it's always preferable to listen to it with the band, so I know it's bus 16. So let's put that in. Just for you to know, I call it PC. PC for parallel compression and Gen for general, meaning that it's not specifically made for example vocals. It's one that I'm using generally while I'm doing my mix. So let's try that.
miles apart, we are so alike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Nothing is
It's not really doing what I expected it to do. Let me maybe put a compressor or maybe I'm just seeking something else to do. That happens often when you're mixing a song and you're close to the end. So, I'm missing something. But technically, are you really missing something? But it's time to really try different things. Oh, let's try to use the distressor. I know they have some very good kick, 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 tick, kick, extra punch, extra weight. Let's try maybe this one here. I'm just gonna do it slow. Nope, I don't like what it's doing. Um, nope, 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 nope. No, distressor. It helps. It gives it a little woomph. Um, is it gonna be enough for us to feel it? Probably hear it in verse one, verse two.
Some say there's someone in this world looks or acts like you in a way that fingers girl. Simply, how can this be true?
Okay, I think it helps. Now the question is, I don't have. I've got reverb on my lead vocal. The question is it enough? I'm not the kind of. If the song doesn't require a big reverb, like maybe in a slow song, I'm not a big fan of wetting the lead vocal with an immense amount of reverb. I prefer to have a clean lead vocal that you can hear technically every word that is sung, and I think that we achieve that mixing that lead vocal that way. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I'm going to make to play the song, and I'm gonna use the Isotope Total Balance Control set on rock because I feel that this song is a rock, just to see what it will be showing us, to see if we are hitting each frequency bands at the right place. So let's have a listen and see what this thing tells us. Well, I think that's pretty good for sure. It's when you look at the total balance control, it shows that the bass is loud at some points, then it falls into that region here. Same thing with the low mids, depending on what's going on in the song. But most part of it was right almost in the between, in the middle of every section. So that tells me that my mix is very well balanced. Um, Now the question is, are we satisfied with every section and are we satisfied with every instrument and what they are doing? Other things, do we want to implement or introduce some delays at a certain point? Do we want to put ornaments in the Christmas tree? That's what I normally say. Do we really need to add anything? One thing that I want to try on the lead guitars, I want to put the stabilizer to see on the cut portion, just to make sure that we don't have any harshness going on. And I want to match the gain. Let's turn it on.
Miles apart.
Okay, let's go to the last portion where solos are going on while the chorus number 3 and the outro is going on, just to see that plugin is actually helping us.
Miles apart, we are so alike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Helping is our
I think it's helping our situation because I felt some harshness at the end portion of the solo. All right, I think we're done. So the last step right now is to bounce that song, listen to it on any device, car, iPhone, AirPods, or other Bluetooth headphones, on mono speakers, and to see if you agree with what you mixed. Um, right now, my ears are telling me that it sounds good, but if I listen to it in an hour from now, I might feel different. So if you like content like this and you really enjoyed watching me mix the song, subscribe to my channel, leave me a thumbs up, and please do comment. I will take the time to read them and let's have a discussion about what you just seen, me mixing a full song. And that's about it. You can go on my website at homestudiologic.com/8-step mix and get my mixing guide that tells you what you need to do. And when you follow the 8 steps, when you have reached step 8, we are at step 8 right now. So that step actually says that you listen, you take notes, and when you listen to the full song, you take notes. And when you are done, you take your notes and you fix the issues. When you have listened to the song and you have no more notes, you're done. Call it quits. Bounce the song and proceed to the mastering. That's how it goes. Don't try to seek or try to find issues, because there probably isn't any issues at all. Now, I want to thank Stuart from StubertStudios.com. The website is written on the screen, and it was an amazing journey to do this song with Stuart. He's such an amazing musician, person, producer, and I'm pretty happy that him and I decided to do this project, being far apart from each other. So I'm in Canada, he's in the UK. So just imagine that even with distance like this, we are able to make a song together. Imagine it. I've got goosebumps. Goosebumps. It's simply incredible. So in the bottom, you've got the link to Stuart's mastering session, which is around, I think, close to an hour, maybe 54, 55 minutes. You must see Stuart turn this song into an amazing production and amazing final version. Until then, I thank you very much for following this series, and please go see that mastering session with Stuart. And then we're going to switch things around where Stuart will mix the song and I will master it. So you'll have to stay tuned, subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss it, because it's going to be a different mix. Thank you for watching. See you next time.